Fore players at Barstool Sports. We got a big guest, one of our favorites, obviously. Pat Perez joins the show live from Hilton Head. He's there for the RBC Heritage this week, and we catch up. He's drinking a little bit of wine, and we go through pretty much everything in the world of golf and life, particles, the universe, just kind of what we do with one of our favorite guests. So he joins, and we don't even do an intro like always. We just start talking. Before we get to that, Owens Mixers, they've been with us for a long time. They were with us all weekend long while we were gambling, betting, hanging out, watching the Masters tournament. And we saw a lot of you were doing the same thing. You know, a lot of people were drinking transfusions. They got involved in the Owens Mixer game, pouring it in with their favorite liquor of choice and having a delicious cocktail. Owens makes that possible. They take a lot of care in their craft, in the taste, in the contents that they put out, in the packaging, in all of it. And it works. It just produces really, really good cocktails. They get a ton of repeat customers because people, you know, they go online, they go to Amazon, they go to owensmixers.com, they go to Kroger's, they go to Publix, which we did a whole dissertation about last show. And they go get Owens, and then they go back, and they go back, and they go back because it's really good. So big thanks to Owens, and you can make a little Lurchy Paloma. Right, Lurch?
You sure can. I wasn't sure if you were going to keep going or if that was a pause for me. Anyways, but yeah, you can certainly make a Lurchy Paloma. I'd love to make a group song.
Dissertation? Is that the word you use? That was a good word.
Yeah. Did you like that one?
Yeah, I mean,
dissertation.
Did you? You never had to write a dissertation in college, Frank?
I went to Nassau Community, the only, which is actually nothing to be sneezed at.
School.
You know, some people say that Nassau Community is probably the top junior college school in the nation. You know,
there you go.
Well,
so
there you go.
There it is. But I didn't learn much. I didn't do it. I don't even know what it is. So we're just gonna keep
I will
rolling.
say dissertations, they're a nightmare. It's just you got to write a really long, essay or about a topic. It's a nightmare.
It sucks.
I just did a quick search of the best 2-year schools in the U.S. and I'm going to keep looking. It's not on the top.
Ooh, do you see Kirkwood Community College on there? Because that's where I went.
No. Top 10, we got Walla Walla Community College. That's number 1. Santa Barbara City College, Lake Area Technical
I don't think
Institute.
we need to go through all the
but anyways,
list here, but that's pretty
you don't know.
unrelated.
We can have some fun. Don't worry.
But anyways, the Owens Mixers, that's what we're here kind of to talk about. So Owens Mixers, you pour that in, like I said, with some good liquor, and you make yourself a great cocktail. Big thanks to Owens Mixers. Now we are, like I said, joined by one of our favorites, one of our guys, Mr. Pat Perez.
Yo, what's up, boys?
What's up, bro?
How we doing?
How we're doing, baby.
It's already drinking wine. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's a 118 out there, or wherever the hell you are.
No, I'm in the Hilton Head.
All right, fair enough.
Which is awesome. Perfect today.
How's it there? Nice?
It's unbelievable. It was 80 today. It's perfect. It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Can't beat it. The course is unbelievable. It's hard as shit. It's going to be awesome.
Firm?
Firm. The green's like concrete. I think they painted them. I think they're fucking painted. They're like walking on the street.
Good, because I feel like they're too soft. Like most places are just too soft for you guys.
Well, this place last year was really soft, which this is where the defense of this course comes in. If you get the swirling winds and the firm greens, it's a good test. It's such a great place. What's going on with you guys?
We just can't. We were just in Philly. We were just gambling our dicks off on the Masters all week.
Does anybody have Hideki?
Nope.
No,
nobody did. My caddy was telling me that he was 40-1. That's hard to believe.
A lot of people in this room with Xander, though. So
yeah,
it's always a good pick in any major. That kid's phenomenal. I mean, that's always a good pick. I had Rom, DJ, the normal. Wouldn't have taken Rory though, but
yeah, he's got something going on, huh?
God, I was playing practice round with Shane Lowry and Poulter today, and I was telling him, I just don't understand how Rory's not in the top 3 every single week he plays. That kid is so fucking good. He doesn't do anything bad. He hits it long, irons are long and high. I mean, it's just, I can't figure out how he doesn't play unbelievable every day. I just can't figure it out.
What do you think about him trying to chase Bryson swing speed, all that stuff?
I think that's ridiculous. I think it's right. He has 4 majors.
Mm-hmm.
He has 4 majors. He's, like I've said, in the past, he's arguably the best thing I've seen since Tiger. All the way through the bag, I just don't understand why he would let Bryson, almost intimidate him. to the point where he thinks fuck, this guy is so long anyway. And he knows where the ball is going for the most part. His driver is unbelievable. Why he would worry about where Bryson's hitting it, I don't know. He needs to get back to what he was doing when he was dominant. Number one, winning 4 majors. That's what I would get back to. Hopefully, Pete Cowan, who's working with now, gets him back to that point. Says, look, we need to get back to where we were. Can't worry about anybody else. It was like when we grew up with Tiger. He was the longest, he was the straightest, he had the best short game, his best long irons, this and that. You weren't going to beat him, but you just try to do your best. And Rory at his best is unbelievable, and he needs to get back to that point.
Yeah, it's so weird to me that he would try to beat Chip, because it's not like he's not long. He's long as shit.
He couldn't be any longer. Yeah,
right. He hits the ball a mile. He hits it straight. He's like arguably the best driver of the golf ball ever. And he's going to try to chase something that seems like if Kiz is trying to get way longer or something, I could see that. But Rory's already really long.
Yeah, and the thing is, you've seen what Bryson's done now both times at Augusta. The long ball is fantastic, but the bottom line is you have to be in the right spots at that course. There's no other way around. Now, I can see where he says par 67. If you hit the driver like he thinks he's supposed to hit the driver every hole, yes, then par can be 67 for you. But when you hit it where he hits it, you shoot over par. That's just the way that course is. It's a position course. You've seen the guys that have won there, they're in position. They hit it in the right spots, and that's how they win. It's just all the way through the bag. I mean, Zach Johnson laid up on every par 5 and won. He knew his game. He wasn't intimidated by the long hitters in the field, and that's why he won. There's different ways to do it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. The why Roy doesn't play well, I can't figure it out. I mean,
do you ever get sucked into that? Not even just distance related, but just like playing your game. Like, because you're out there with. I mean, you've been doing it for long. You've been out. You've been keeping your job forever, which is like clearly speaks to how good you are. But do you ever you're on the range with a guy, you're in a practice round with a guy. Are you ever like, fuck, man? Like I need to get to that.
At 45 now, I'm not really gonna do too much different. Like I'm hitting it farther than I actually ever have. I'm not doing shit. I'm swinging. I was out with H the other day, and I was swinging between 122 and 124 on my flight scope. So, I'm actually hitting the driver a long way from me right now. So I actually have the part that I've always been missing, which is a long driver, long 3-wood, long 5-wood. And if I make some putts to get something going, my season can turn around. I just haven't really had anything really go my way yet, but I feel like I'm hitting it better than I ever have. Definitely hitting it the longest in my career I have. But no, I don't get caught up too much because I know everybody's game really well now. So I know what they do well. I know what I have to do to succeed. I have to hit the driver and play. I've got to hit some long irons good. My short game's got to be amazing. That's the only way. Every time I've won, I've been number 1 in putting. So, and if you look at the guys that do win, they're usually number 1 in putting. Tiger's the only one that really could putt shitty and actually win because he hit so many fairways and greens back in the day that's why he was so dominant. He didn't have to have his, when he putted amazing, he won by 12. But my game is I got to be in play, and I've got to have birdie putts, and I've got to make enough of them to compete.
From talking to guys on tour, do you get the sense that more people are trying to do what Bryson is doing? Like no. Rory, we know because they asked him the question and he answered it. He answered it honestly. Do you get the feeling that there's more people on tour that are also trying to do that?
No, because it really can't. It really can't be done. Like a Matt Fitzpatrick that said that he physically can't do it. He'd have to put on 50 pounds, which just isn't his body frame. It'd be like the Zalatoris now. Obviously, it seems like he's going to be a really good player. The guy's 112 pounds. He's not all of a sudden going to get to 230. He hits it long. He has one of those rare stats that guys back in the day didn't have, like my brother had. He flies it more than double his weight. That's a hard stat to have. You think about it, right? Right from 240 where he is now, he's not going to fly at 480, right? So
right.
It's that kid. He's a nice player. Shit, he's played well since U.S. Open, even last year in the Corn Ferry. But he has. For him to change anything he's doing now would be absolutely just foolish, beyond belief. So I don't see a lot of guys bulking up out here like DJ. He's long as shit, but he's always been like long. He's kind of like a Phelps, right? He's long, real, he can turn. I'm not seeing anybody that's really doing anything extra, like drinking 15 protein shakes and trying to put on 50 pounds to hit it as hard as he can. I don't think that's the route to go. Now, Bryson thinks that is the way to go. He's had some success doing it. But, the way he's played the last 2 times with Augusta, I don't know. I mean, I don't question anything Bryce does. He's a very smart individual. It's worked for him. He obviously won the U.S. Open. He won Bay Hill. He's won at 2 really, really hard courses. So I'm not going to question shit at what he's doing, but no one's doing that. And I don't see anybody, bench pressing 350. I mean, Brooks likes to put on some weight, but he doesn't hit any farther than he did, in my opinion. So the answer to your question, I don't see anybody doing that.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about Spieth. Spieth's been a huge story this year. Last several months, he kind of emerged with the waste management, bunch of top 4s, top 5s. Then he wins 2 weeks ago, and then he contends at the Masters. We've discussed him a ton. I do think he kind of almost comes off like somebody who you're talking about right now, where it's like he doesn't pound the ball by any stretch of the imagination. It's not, you can't even really pinpoint a lot of the times when you're watching why, yet he's up there a ton. We kind of were debating, and Frankie made the point of it must be exhausting to play with him sometimes when he's in contention because all of the chatter and him.
He's got to be exhausted. Michael. Think about how tired he is at night with all the talk.
so yeah, when you play with him, man, is it because he's constantly chattering? He's talking to himself. He's talking to his ball. He's talking to Michael. What is it? Yeah. What is it like?
I can tell you, I did my radio show about a month ago. And, people called in and they were talking about, why is Spieth struggling? I said, well, I can tell you, it's the kid's working his fucking ass off. I mean, he works and works and works and works. And he knows that there's going to be light at the end of that tunnel. He knows because he's already seen it with a ton of success back in the day, right? So I'm not surprised at all that finally he won and that I thought he should have won Augusta as well. His short game is second to none. His short game is as good as anybody I've ever seen play the game. Okay, it's Tiger-esque. Back in the day, it might be right there with it. I mean, his short game is incredible, which saves him a lot of the time. So he has that belief that he can get it up and down from anywhere, make any putt when it needs to happen, this and that. This kid works his fucking ass off. He does. We see him out there all the time, hitting balls all day, putting, doing drills, chipping drills, driving, everything, working with his coach, working. It's the same thing with Hideki. Hideki doesn't get any type of media exposure over here. Now, over there, he's like Elvis, right? We know that. Here, no one talks about him because he doesn't do interviews. He doesn't really speak English. So he's kind of an under-radar guy as far as media-wise. But fuck this kid, same thing. All day on the range, putting. No one, not talking to anybody, working his fucking ass off, doing it. And I was so happy for him on Sunday because I played so much with Hideki in the last, 10 years, really. He's been on tour. And I haven't really kind of got to know him because his English has gotten a lot better, but the first 5 years didn't speak English. But I've been around him a lot, played with him a lot. This kid's unbelievable. This kid's fucking amazing. It was no surprise that he won that tournament and had the balls to take it all the way in. Even though he was kind of struggling coming in, I wasn't surprised at all. I was not surprised at all. That kid's phenomenal. The media has their darlings out here that they want to win so bad, and they would just do anything for this guy to win because they can't fucking say enough about it. And of course, they didn't really have a lot to say about Hideki because they don't really know anything. They didn't know his family wasn't there. They don't know anything about the kid. He's phenomenal. He's a fucking unbelievable player. Works his ass off like just about everybody else does now. But there's just no media attention. The fact that he won, literally just walked off, fucking sayonara and goodbye, and that was it. And goes to the fucking airport and jumps out, fucking 8C or whatever the hell he was in, and takes off. There's no flash with the guy. There's no flash. He just fucking goes and does his business and moves on. He's the nicest kid there is. His interpreter, Bob, couldn't be any nicer. I literally could not have been any happier for that guy on Sunday. He is so awesome to be around, and it's so big. Especially for the fact that the other girl won not the other girl, but the girl won, Sunday, the women's am, and then he wins. Think about that fucking dream for Japan. With the Olympics coming, it's just you can't script the shit. You can't script that shit. And I think it's phenomenal for the game. Not that he's an underdog, but a guy that no one really talks about or picks ever. He wins. It's so good for the game to get something like that, in my opinion. It just really is. You had Spieth come back and win, and then you got Hideki. It's 2 great weeks in golf, as far as I'm concerned.
He's
somebody said post round. I forget who they were interviewing. They said that Hideki knows more English than he lets on, and that's the way he sort of.
He does.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
On an interview, he'd get nervous to say it wrong.
Right.
When I talk to him, he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, the average is good. That's about." which, like KJ. I know KJ my whole career. And it's like in the last couple of years, finally, I can talk to him now, like in regular English. But for the first 10 years, it was no English of any kind. You play with these guys like, fuck, man, I'd like to talk to him, but there's nothing there. His caddy doesn't even speak English. So,
yeah.
But Hideki now, they're getting that way. But so it's actually, it's been nice to be able to talk to him.
It's an interesting case. Hideki's an interesting case of, like, I feel like his win is getting so much more popular in the days after he won. Like, like the pictures of him with the green jacket, just like chilling in the airport. People, that's so endearing. People love that. The stories of him being incredibly humble, that all he cares about really is just like playing golf, practicing golf, and hanging out with his family. And like, even though in the moment, like you said, our darlings, or we bet on Spieth, we bet on Xander, we bet on Zalatoris, like we wanted these people to win, and we weren't necessarily rooting against Hideki, but you're rooting for a good tournament. So like when he makes a mistake, you're kind of excited. Whereas now, I think looking back, we're all, and even that clip, I was watching a clip today of the Japanese commentators that were literally like trying not to cry on the coverage because they're so like jacked up for him. And as a fan now, it makes me like, I'm getting, it just like makes you feel like, oh man, that like, I'm so happy that he won, and I'm more happy almost now than I was in the real time as it happened. Yeah, no, I'm definitely, I couldn't have been any happier for the guy, and what a hell of a gesture, his caddy. When the hell do you ever see a caddy put the stick in and then take his hat off and bow? That was awesome.
The ultimate respect for Augusta National, but that is that's Japanese culture. The respect, it's actually most Asian culture I've been around. The respect that they have for elders, and places like Augusta and things like that. I thought it was just fucking incredible. I really did. I thought it was unbelievable. I mean, Hideki, you could see, kind of wanted to cry. Takes his hat off. He like thought about it for a second, and then he gives his caddy a hug and walks off. There's no family there. There's nobody there. Obviously he has his group, his close group, that with him every second of the day. And then the caddy puts the flag in it. It's just like it's phenomenal. It's so good for golf. It's so awesome. The respect and just the humble. Like he just literally fucking walked off. Went, he kind of high five here and there, walked, grabbed his shit and took off. I mean, it's like it was no big deal,
Yeah, Frank and I were saying first off, Frankie said he like walked into the scoring house to enter a score with his putter, was just kind of in shock. And then Riggs and I were talking about, right.
He said he still got his putter walking all the way to the score. I'm like, fucking, you can put that thing down now. It's done.
But the moment truly hit him as he went up to the scoring hut, which, like, every step you felt like the gravity of the moment hit him, which was so cool to see. But I honestly think the one image that I will remember probably from this year's Masters is his caddy. And, that will be the one image that's burned in my brain about Hideki's win, is his caddy bowing to Augusta, because of the way everybody thinks about Augusta.
Yes.
But then to show that and then obviously be within their culture is just like, that's a picture that will live forever.
It's amazing. I can only imagine what, he was already massive, because the Japanese, I played with them all. I played with Shingo and Shigeki, and then we had a Hideki, how's that last name? Hidemichi Tanaka. We played with him back in like 3 and 4. And then, so I played with all the Japanese players to come up, obviously, and then you got Roe. Roe was like, he was like fucking Elvis and pick someone else, Michael Jackson to 1 for Japan. That was like their next hope of an incredible player who was, but then now Hideki is literally going to be a god over there. I mean, because golf over there is so massive. We went over there for the Zozo last year. I'm hitting balls next to Tiger, and we're talking this and that, and obviously it couldn't be any more packed. And obviously they're watching him hit, not me. But just to look back and see, like, these people love the game beyond belief. It's just incredible. Now it's going to happen with the Olympics, and the fact that Hideki's going to be there. I mean, the game is so loved in Asia. Korea is the same way. I couldn't be any happier for that country. I mean, it is such a great win for them, and it was just awesome. See, I didn't watch much of it on Sunday, but I kind of went back and forth. I was doing a bunch of shit, but especially when he had like a 5 or 6 shot lead, there wasn't really much excitement. Then all of a sudden he made, Xander, was moving up, and it was getting a little closer, and I kind of watched the end of it, but it was so awesome to watch him. I couldn't have been truly any more excited or happy for him when he walked off, making that putt and walking off, because you could see his face, like he almost didn't know what to do. Like he was so overwhelmed by what was going on that I guess he said, fuck it, I'm just going to bolt. and I'm going to go and take my putter, and we're going to go. And that's him. I mean, every time I've been around, he's so fucking kind of that way. It was just incredible. It was awesome.
New Amsterdam Vodka is the official vodka of Barstool Sports. If you were wondering if we had an official vodka, the answer is yes, it's New Amsterdam. They are a premium 80-proof vodka made from some of the finest quality grains from America's heartland. It's 5 times distilled for an unparalleled smoothness and filtered 3 times for a clean, crisp finish. We were making the transfusions we were having this past weekend with a little New Amsterdam vodka, and obviously they were very, very good. They just deliver, and New Amsterdam gets it. New Amsterdam is the only vodka that I drink.
Yeah, that's a truth. New Amsterdam vodka.
What did we call it this weekend? A bottle of V.
I called it a bottle of V, and Frankie hated it.
Yeah, it just didn't catch me at the right time. I mean, a bottle of V, it's kind of like calling golf G, and to me, all that stuff just kind of encapsulates things I don't enjoy. But I do love vodka. I like Pink Whitney. I like regular New Amsterdam vodka. All their products I'm a big fan of. We have them at Borelli's. I mean, that's like the vodka of choice over there. So it's a really good company. I fucking love New Amsterdam vodka. Official partner of the NHL also, which is good. I'm in a New Amsterdam vodka commercial.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm just blatantly on national television every Wednesday, sometimes Sunday night like hockey. Biggest games of the week, the rivalry weeks, the rivalry games. It's just me and PFT. PFT's rocking out in his fucking underwear for the Caps, and I'm screaming with my papa in a Borelli setting. Right when the guy says you could either win or lose, and as he says or lose, they show us with the Islanders. So that's tough. Shout out to them.
New Amsterdam vodka. It's incredibly smooth. Get yourself some New Amsterdam vodka. Enjoy your favorite cocktails.
You've played with them enough to probably see this. I actually had this question when we were doing the recap. 15, he hits it into the water, and he's behind the green, and he has this like nervy chip that all of us would just fuck up, right? Like, yeah. And Faldo's saying you have to can't be a hero here. You got to get this thing short. Don't go for right. So I was thinking like the thing that we miss out on with Hideki is we don't get that chatter between him and his caddy because they're in a different language. Like so, like they're never gonna mic them up for the American viewers. No. Like, is his caddy like involved in those as much as a guy like Greller is, or like. I know how the Americans interact with their caddies. I don't know how Hideki does. Like, is he taking that? Is he stepping him off, being like, let's not be a hero?
I don't think there's not a lot of conversation there, is it?
No, I think he takes charge. He gets most of his yards.
Yeah, the caddy, it really is kind of like this player caddy, and then it goes down the food chain.
But he helps him read putts.
He does help him read putts, but he doesn't really. There's not a whole lot of. There's definitely no Greller and Speed type of deal.
Right.
But. There is a little bit, but Hideki really knows what the hell he's doing.
Okay.
Who's providing this information from the clouds over there?
My caddy H. He's always.
Okay.
I'm always getting information.
Have him join. Get him over here.
I'm always getting my information from him all day. He babysits me all day. So, but it's he pretty much every time we go. There's not a lot of talk. He plays when he's ready to go. He's fucking ready. He gets over and he's gone. So.
And that's even more impressive to like be able to do that and not have someone like cool you down in a moment like that. Like the biggest moment of his career right there behind 15. Like that chip was so impressive. He did exactly what the announcer said he had to do.
Yeah,
and to make that decision on your own. I mean, we don't know for sure, but you think on his own, that's fucking crazy to me.
Well, but I don't think he's ever chipped. I don't think he's ever hit that chip before. Anyone, he may never ever hit that chip in his life, let alone. While he's winning that, and he's got another caddy that's not, hasn't been in that position with him. How many caddies have been through? Like 4. Yeah, we've obviously known them all, but I know he hadn't been in that situation with him, so he's not going to tell him, hey, make sure you don't try to hit that fucking high spinner, and back it up back to the hole because that ain't going to happen, Did they? Okay, they both walked up, I guess. I didn't fucking watch it, but. Once again, my information guy always has the information, which is the only reason I'm still out on tour. So, but I just think the whole thing was amazing. It's really unfortunate that Xander, fucked up 16 as bad as he did, because I think it would have been amazing to see kind of what would have happened. Would Hideki not 3-putted, or we have not kind of bailed out after watching Xander hit in the water? He'd been forced to go more towards the pin. He sure as fuck, but Hideki would have never hit in that bunker with a wedge on the last hole. I think his thinking was, don't hit it left, skull fuck it over the green, make 6 and let's, make it. I think it was just kind of a play away from the pin and just kind of left the face open.
Dude, talk to me about how difficult it is to close out a golf tournament, right? Like, you've won 3 times on the PGA Tour. Every week we watch these guys. This is the Masters, so it's obviously magnified, but every week, right? Like, the leader is clearly playing phenomenal golf, and then it seems like every time, like clockwork, with 3 holes left or 6 holes left, like, things start to go south, and it's like hanging on, and a lot of the times they do, but sometimes they don't. Like, what happens? What is that like when you're like, oh man? Because we heard Joel, like our boy Joel a couple weeks ago said, like, it is so hard to win a golf tournament.
It is hard to win, especially if you've never done it, because you don't know. You've got shit going on in your body that you've never felt in your life before, and all you're trying to do is not fuck up. That's all you're trying to do is continue what you just did for 68 holes and trust and go, oh, fuck, it's no big deal. I'll just fucking pipe, close the green, whatever. You're just, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck. Okay. So where's that swing that I had like 40 holes ago? Is it still there? Am I not going to, oh, fuck, there's water. Oh, that, you're like, just fucking do this. Now, it all depends on how really confident you are in what you're doing. Now, if you're leaking oil, if you've been leaking oil kind of from the start, you don't really know where your swing is, you don't trust what's going on, then it's going to be really hard for you to close. But there's a guy that, that's coming up the board always on a Sunday that's fucking feeling great, moving up the board, hasn't had a lot of attention maybe, and he's flying, and you're trying to hold on. Plus, it also depends who's chasing you. If you have a Xander or a Spieth or a, let's say even a Phil or guys that have won a million times, they're not afraid. Because one, they're not playing for the fucking money. They got so much bread, they don't care about the money. They want to win that tournament because they know that means more bread. So, it is hard to win. Like Joel, fuck, man, those conditions were so hard that Sunday. Coming in, the course is easy, we understand, but you can still hit it out. The wind is pumping 25. One wrong shot and he doesn't win. It is hard to win. It really is. But you got to trust what you're doing, and basically just got to kind of say, fuck it, I got to go with what I've already known, what I'm doing, and hope that just works out.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
Seems.
You have to have that belief that it's going to work.
Because we talk, right? Like, the closest we get is like first tee jitters to that kind, because we're never going to be leading a golf.
The closest you got was making that fucking putt to beat me when I got fucked lip out. Which, by the way, I hear about all the time. Man, you got so fucked on that lip out. I go, I know.
I still can't believe it. The match ended that way. Like, you couldn't script it any better for us. Obviously a devastating loss for you, but that is quite an ending to that match.
That was actually so fun. We got to figure out when we're going to do it again, because it was a fucking awesome day. We got to do it again for sure.
Absolutely.
We did say to ourselves, like, when you lipped that out, we said, like, before we even made our putt, we were like, I can't believe it ended this perfectly. And then we were like, dude, we got to chill out. Like, we got to make what's crazy.
How the fuck you guys had 3 feet up the hill after the other 3 were in the out of play? Once again, out of play. Damn it.
That shot lurch hit. That's
unbelievable.
Lurch. That's got to be one of the best shots you've ever hit in your life.
Into the sun, like we couldn't even see where the ball was going.
There was that bunker lip, so I was like, I think it's good, but I just don't know.
That shot was better than Corey Connor's hole-in-one. I can promise you that right now. Heat of the moment, match on the line. Unbelievable. Damn, that pisses me off still thinking about it. But
that was a luck.
Where would we play when we do rematch?
Next time we're doing it at Silver Lake. We're doing it my course. I'm setting the fucker up, and we're going to do it the right way.
That's a man set out for blood
we're
right there.
We're doing it my way. I got the pins already set up. The greens are going to be cut. It's going to be more of what you see on tour. So,
Pat, what's the first thing you do when you get to a new location? Are you going straight to stock up the house? Does someone do that for you? Are you getting bottles of wine?
Shit, we do it all. Me and Ace do it all. We went. We got so fucked last night. Yesterday, my flight. I got a text right before I went to dinner at the bed that the flight was delayed. So I had to rearrange my ride. This and that. And then I got another one. I got to take a piss at like 1 o'clock, and the fucking plane was delayed again. So now I called. I'm laying on my carpet in my bathroom, and I wake up my wife, laying in the phone's on the fucking ground like this, so I can hear the noise, the music. until someone picked up. 30 minutes in, then I get the email saying I've been rebooked. So we were supposed to leave at 7:25, left at 10:35. Got to Atlanta, sat in Atlanta for 6 hours. Got here 11:30 last night. Got up at 7:30 this morning after falling asleep about 2:30, and went to take my test, the fucking COVID test, and then played 9 holes. Now I feel, and then we went to the store and I feel dead. So,
fuck.
That's not a normal Monday, but a horrible Monday on top of it. But I've been to these courses for so long now, 19 years. You're basically kind of figuring I can see what's going on when I get there. Short grass on the greens are like concrete. Wind's going to swirl, so you know what's going to happen. Balls are going to bounce, green's going to be fast, got to be in the right spots, got to drive it well. Course is in mint shape. But everywhere we go, you can kind of see what you're looking at before you get there, because it also depends on the winds. The winds, the weather. If it's warm and windy here, the place is going to play like concrete, which I like. I like it. I like the courses harder because you have to hit more shots. You got to know what the hell you're doing, and you can't just fly and stop the way it is. I like it a little firmer. I was talking to Shane Lowry about it today. It's the same thing. He likes the same kind of conditions. So this course is awesome. It's not one of the longest ones, but it's one of the hardest ones because the greens are like this. The greens are tiny. If you miss the greens, it's a hard up and down, especially with the greens being this firm. So, but every spot's kind of the same way. I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen when I get there. I always check the weather, see what's going to happen. I ask around, hey, what's it look like? Is it green? Is it dead? Is it, whatever. So it kind of gives me a picture of what I do. And then, you kind of feel it out on Tuesday and Wednesday. And by the time Thursday comes around, it's just second nature. So
you guys all cool with sharing information with each other? Like if you see a guy in the locker room or whatever, you let him know what you see, or do you keep some stuff close to the chest?
Fuck. You still got to hit the shots. It's not like, it's not, like I said, I get along with everybody out here. So I don't have any enemies out here. I feel like I'm sure that a lot of them don't like me anyway, but I feel like I get along with everybody. But, it's not like I talk to everybody, but, the guys I know well, like the Lowrys, the Poulters, the DJs, I was going to play with DJ today, but we're on opposite sides in the Pro-Am, so he had to play the back, I had to play the front. So I always love playing with, the big players. I love watching to see what they do, and, it always kind of motivates me to play better. So
how much
different? Can we talk about Ian Poulter for a second? You're a buddy of him. These guys, Riggs and Trent specifically, have had quite the history with Ian Poulter. He's blocked people on Twitter and Instagram. He said he's never going to do the show. I find him to be one of the funniest people on the planet because he's so like in your face, like with his outfit, his ridiculous takes on things. Him in front of his Lamborghini, or was it
Ferrari?
His Ferrari pictures.
Say Lamborghini.
Sorry, his Ferrari pictures.
He'll kill you.
Exactly.
Well, that's definitely we're going to use that. Be like, yo, tell us about those Lamborghinis.
Tell us about those Lambos.
If we get him on this show, the first question we're going to ask him is like, tell us about that Lamborghini collection.
I'll tell you. So I'll tell you a real funny story before we get to that. So my partner Michael Lund, he started Pandora Jewelry at when we played Pebble. He's worth a fucking fortune. He could drop every Ferrari he wanted in every state across the fucking nation and not even blink an eye at it. Anyway, Poulter was showing me a couple of new cars that he just bought. And Michael comes in, he's like 6'6", he's up here. And he goes, "Is that the new Porsche?" And he fucking looked back at him with these goddamn eyes like this. "Porsche? Are you fucking kidding me?" I go, "Ian, the guy could buy the whole fucking company if he wanted to. It doesn't matter." But it was funny. He do not insult him by fucking Porsche or Lamborghini, especially because he has a Porsche. But it was fucking funny. But no, Pultz is, I don't know. I've got along with Pultz forever because we're both kind of outspoken. We're kind of we're kind of similar in a lot of ways, not similar in a lot of ways. But Pultz he's been a friend of mine forever. But I can see where people go on both sides of it. Yeah, I can see how people don't like him. Some people love him. Some people don't. He's kind of loud with the clothes, but at least he's his own self, and he's fucking consistent. He's consistent.
If you're looking at it from a vantage point of you want to see characters in the game of golf, which we always do, that's why we think Bryson's so interesting, all these guys, then I understand enjoying Poulter, but there's just some things about him. I think we had some things in the past where he was complaining about his Ferrari delivery was late, and he was yelling about it on Twitter. Like, that's just not a guy. at least from the outside, you're going to be like, this is a crazy. He like wanted to get the guy fired, and I think he might have gotten the guy fired. And you're like, what the fuck?
The public does not want to hear that because they don't have that fucking problem. Okay, they don't have. They don't give a fuck. It was like Phil. You know, we were at the Madison Club out there, and he's in his fucking robe drinking Silver Oak at this unbelievable place, and he's bitching to the media about his fucking taxes.
Right.
I said, Phil, you make $55 million a year. You fucking live in. You have all your property, and you've lived in California your whole fucking life. You're the fucking idiot for living there. Okay. Why do you feel like you need to pay all that tax living there? And if you are going to do it, fine. I grew up in San Diego. I think it's the greatest place in the world. But if you don't want to pay heavy taxes, don't live there. But as sure as fuck, the media guy who's making, whatever the fuck he's making a year doesn't want to hear about your $20 million fucking tax problem. Okay. So you're not going to get any sympathy there. And he didn't. And that was one of the kind of times that they went after him a little bit. But that, people don't want to hear about your Ferrari problems, especially when you got 20 of them. They just don't.
I want to be on the record. I love Ian Poulter, and I want him on the show. I think he's hilarious.
I want him on the show.
I'm playing with him on Thursday, Friday. And
Pat, you have no idea how big that show would be for us. Like this is like a 6-year rivalry. I mean, I think
you fucking kidding me? I'll talk.
I think it dates before the podcast. Like Trent has hated him before the podcast was even a thing. Like
he just rubs me the wrong way for all the reasons that we're talking about. It's just it hasn't been going on for a while. Good. But I want to be on the record as well. I want him on the show. That would be an amazing show.
I mean, I love Pulse. He's fucking. I think he's fantastic. He's been great to me my whole life, and he's been kind, and he's raw. He's like me. He's kind of fucking loud and that, but you know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting. There's no bullshit with him, and I think it's fun. Great. We always have a great time when we play and hang out or talk or whatever. But yeah, I can see where most Americans get rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah, we just don't like him. Like there's no doubt. Like we've had this before with guys that if he came on the show. And I'm not going in being like there's no way, like we're just definitely going to like him. But I think there's a good chance if he came on the show and we chatted and we went through some of the stuff and we went back and forth and we chirped each other, that he would probably come off very positively and we would like him.
We'll end that show with visors and spiky hair in a heartbeat.
100%.
Exactly. But
spiky hair.
But based on like what we're watching, it's like I just don't fucking like the guy. He's bitching, like you said, about like champagne problems. He's clearly like Mr. Team Euro, so that always plays into it. And I just haven't liked the guy.
See, he's the opposite of me. He's on that Instagram all fucking day. Like he wants everybody to know what he's doing all the time. I'm just not that way. I'm gonna put out a stupid fucking video of some guy, falling off a motorcycle or whatever the hell it is. And people don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing every minute of the day. It's just like I don't know. That's just not my thing. Whatever it is, but that's his deal.
Viori means mountain, but to us it represents the view from the summit. You like that one, fellas? The expansive clarity it can provide and awe-inspiring experience it brings. How about that language? How about that for a little Viori gear? That doesn't get you fired up. I don't know what it does.
I would like to take you boys on a hiking trip and just see how we do.
No thanks.
I'll do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
My summit ends on my Peloton bike or like when I work out here. I don't need to. I'm fine with being in the confines of my own home wearing my workout gear. I don't need to be trekking along some mountain like.
Bro, we just a couple days ago, you and I walked up and down the streets of Philadelphia trying to find ice cream. It can't be.
Dude, that's exactly that's the kind of trek I'm.
Dude,
okay
I'll buy you ice cream when the hike is over.
Oh, I'm sorry. A flat walk to go to the ice cream store, like on some fucking sidewalk, or do you want me to be?
We walked around.
You're acting like that's similar to like what Lurch wants to do, where it's that Leonardo DiCaprio movie where we're sleeping inside fucking horses because we can't get back down the mountain.
Can't imagine you enjoyed the walk. Like you're probably like, just where's the ice cream place?
Oh my god, we were bitching the whole time.
Dude, we were sweating. We had to sit down. Like, I mean,
at one point, I let out a deep breath that Frankie was like, "Do we need to stop?"
Dude, he just went, and I was like, I know that you didn't mean to do that because that was such an embarrassing let out of air that you had to, like, physically had to, or else you would have passed out.
Well, I'm gonna wear this gear and I'm gonna get in better shape.
We need the gear.
The Viori workout gear, the product is incredibly versatile. It can be used for just about any activity like running, looking for ice cream, training, yoga, but also great for lounging or doing the old weekend errands. So it's good for everything. Viori's just, they just make really, really, really quality stuff. Everything's designed to be used for a workout, but it also doesn't have to be used for a workout. Viori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. You get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vioriclothing.com/4. That's VUORI clothing.com/4. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but you can enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. So you go to vioriclothing.com/4. Discover the versatility of Viori clothing. You're going to get 20% off. You're going to get yourself free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. That's vioriclothing.com/4. Another guy, Billy Horschel. We've been over after this last weekend. We went in hard on Billy Horschel.
I talked to him. I said I was going to defend him a little bit. I know you guys called him a psycho and this and that. I love Billy. And I told him today, I'm like, I get it. I mean, the fucking guy no one gets madder. No one got madder than I did back in the day. No one. And I know that he gets mad, but he really fucking wants to play well. And I know that,
but do you not really want to play well?
No, everybody does. See, the thing about it, back in the day, when Tiger used to get fucking pissed and cuss and throw shit, and said, the media's excuse was, well, he wants to win. Well, no fucking shit he wants to win. I understand. Everybody wants to win, but when another guy does it and he's shitty, he has a temper problem. He has an attitude problem. When Tiger did it, he fucking got away with everything because, he's winning and he wants to win. Well, he wants to win. Everybody wants to win. Billy, I promise you, is misunderstood. That kid, he's fucking, not a kid, but I like Billy a lot. I've got along with him great. I think he's phenomenal. He gets mad. He gets mad. He's passionate he couldn't be any more passionate about what he does. He just gets a little more upset. Like when Rahm does it, he's got passion. He's got passion. Well, yeah, he's passionate because he's fucking number 3 in the world, and you can't beat him up. I
will say we've called Rahm a psycho as well.
Ticking time bomb, I think.
Usually around the Masters, after he blows up on the 15th, it feels like every year. So
Billy's fucking awesome. I can tell you right now. Billy's great. He's passionate about what he does. He works as fucking hard as anybody there is on the planet at his craft. And he wants to be great. He's always out there doing the same thing every day, same drills, same action. And he gets mad on the course, It is what it is,
I appreciate you coming on here defending him. You did your part, but there's still part of me that thinks he's just a little bit more than everybody else that we've mentioned. Just
I'm
like
with
a
you.
little
I'm
bit
with
more.
You. I'm not excusing it, some of the actions he did. I'm not excusing. I'm just telling you my vantage point. I can see it. I see both sides. I'm always a both sides guy, not just fucking one way.
How did that conversation come up? Was he like, these guys are killing me? How did
he goes, oh man, they fucking killed me or something. What the hell did he say? Because those guys don't like me. They never liked me from the start. I go, well, fuck, I'll see what happened. We'll see what's going on. Because they've been fucking
paying attention to everything. Man.
Because they've been attacking.
It started with
Did you guys ask him to go on the show?
We've tweeted at him before and said we'd love to have you on the show to discuss it. But it started.
Those guys fucking hate me because I won't do their show or whatever it is. I go, fucking go do their show then. I said,
true. That is the best answer. True, but it started with Chambers Bay when he was bitching about the greens. I think that just put in a lot of people's minds. He did this little move when his ball didn't go where he wanted it to go. I think a lot of people's minds that put a bad taste in their mouth. And then when you see a few clips pop up of him looking like a psychopath on the golf course, it rubs some people the wrong way. Now I will say that I responded to a tweet about that clip of him slamming his clubs. And very much said, I've done something like this before too. People get mad on the golf course, clearly, but I just think over time, over 5 years of us doing this shit now, it's it seems like every week with the guy just doing something that comes off very unlikable.
No, I'm with you. I'm not. I can't. I'm not really going to defend it, obviously, but because I used to get madder than fuck, and now I don't get that mad anymore. But
he flipped off the flags. Did you see that one? Where he's like, "Fuck you!" To
he
the
did?
fucking.
No, I didn't see that.
I got tweeted at it. At one point, he missed the putt, and she goes, "Fuck you!" And it's just crazy.
Yeah, I actually find that shit hilarious. I don't even get upset about it.
Here's my thing, though.
I find when a guy gets mad, so I've got a fucking bet. I had a bet with Seawood. I don't know if you guys saw that whole thing with like the putter deal, and they thought it was my putter, right? Because this fucking asshole, he broke 4 clubs last week or 2 weeks ago in San Antonio. He breaks his putter on Thursday. His caddy who's coming over here, Vanish, I've known my whole life. He waits for me after we get done on 18. He's like, hey, bro, you got any putters? I'm like, fuck, I got like 10 of them up there working on them, this and that. He goes, all right, let me have one. The fucking guy beats me. Finished like 23rd. Fucking beats me that week. Then Siwu, I see him in the park. He goes, can I bring you a putter to Augusta? I go, yeah, don't fucking break it. I said, don't be an asshole like you are and fucking break it anyway. So he does that shit on 15, and the world goes crazy. Right? They're like, hey, he broke your putter, fucking that. It wasn't my putter he was using. So the media, Scott Van Pelt and everybody starts calling me like, hey, man, fuck, was it your putter? I go, no. I said, but all I know is he has my other one as a backup, the one I won Mexico with, the one I won Mayakoba. I was trying to get back into it. I used it for a little bit, and I sent him that fucking I message on his Instagram like, don't break my fucking putter. So Travis from PGA Memes put it up. And everybody went crazy. They're like, oh, fuck, you broke your putter. I go, no, he knows better to do that because I've already threatened him on that. But anyway, so we have a bet now. We had a bet. I said, if you don't break him, I said, I'll bet you $100,000 if you don't fucking break another club the rest of the year.
You don't,
and he's like,
there's no way he holds on.
I bet Sue. I'm like, there's no fucking chance you can't break another club. So I asked his caddy, I'm like, how many has he broken? I've been with him a year and a half. He's broken 50.
What?
Shit. They're like toothpicks.
Yeah. So I'm like, look, I'm not going to take you $100,000 because it's too easy money. I said, I know it's going to happen. So we're just going to, whoever fucking wins takes the other one. Whoever loses takes the winner to a fucking unbelievable dinner, and that's going to be it.
Yeah,
which is probably
for sure.
I'm going to get that $100,000 worth of fucking dinner. So
well,
he goes, no.
Look,
he goes, I make promise to myself, I'm not doing it again. I go, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And I go, you're the worst. I said, of course you're going to break another club. Craig, you might not make it through today without one. So, he is a funny kid. Look, let's see, he's funnier and shit. That's another one. You talk about getting mad, it fucking gets mad. But he is so good though. He is. I mean, think about it. This fucking guy almost birdied 16 with a 3-wood. He almost made that putt. How the hell do you get in your 400 and you break a club at Augusta? It's never happened.
What is it about golf? Golf is famous for just clips and moments of people just getting so
because it's a fucking miserable game. It's fucking it's hard as shit, and it just drives you fucking crazy. It just drives you nuts. I mean, I'm doing this shit my whole life, and the day I don't get to do it anymore is going to be a fucking great day. I can't wait.
Sports in general just make people ridiculously mad. You think about anything. Fucking hockey. John Scott on the Islanders tried to kill someone on the Rangers. He took a stick to the guy's neck. You get baseball. Guys are snapping baseball bats over their knee. They're charging the mound to literally – I mean, Bryce Harper charged the mound last year.
Charged the mound.
Tried to kill someone. Football, they're getting in fights every single snap. I mean, it's crazy. So, I mean, that's just what sports does. Ron Artest is running into this fucking stand.
Of course he is.
So that's just what it is, man. It just gets to you. It's competition.
The only reason
What's crazy, though, is in those other ones, you get mad at someone else. In the other things, you're mad at someone else. In golf, you're just so pissed off. Like, you're charging the mound because you fucking hate that guy. You go into the stands because you fucking hate those fans. In golf, you're just like, you're just so mad at, like, yourself.
You're like, crazy. I mean, I've been so mad that I haven't even fucking believed that I was that mad because you're like, you just can't get over the fact that something like that just happened in front of you, and you got to literally suck on it.
What's the most mad you've ever been on a golf course? What's the most like out of control you've gotten?
Pebble in 02 when I hit that fucker out of bounds, I had to walk back to that tee, then hit it in the fucking water, tried to snap the 3-wood, and I was so mad that I couldn't actually snap the 3-wood. Walked up, made 7, finished second, made $432,000 as a 24-year-old, and I was madder than fuck.
Oh, man.
I love that you went right to it. I know exactly when I was most livid on a golf course.
Well, because people bring it up all the time, but it is what it is. I mean, it was, I had a chance. I had a 1-shot lead on the tee, and if I win, I win at 24 years old, and it's like, fuck, it was going to be unbelievable. It was going to set me to, but. Hey, wasn't meant to be, but I've gotten mad so many times I can't even count them anymore. But this game will do it to you. I mean, you just go out to your fucking public joint and see how mad people get, and they suck. They have no reason to get mad.
Fucking
They're not
clubs
playing
all
for
around.
anything, and they get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
everybody's hitting a good shot in their life. So the fact that you can't do it when you need it sometimes is just
every time.
That's where it boils people down. It's like, I think one of the things that's most frustrating in golf is like, you should make a 4-foot putt, but you don't always. And when you don't, it's like, now why? Why in that moment did I not hit it right? Like, I can hit a drive that like draws down the middle and it looks perfect. And I feel like I'm doing the same swing, but if you took a photo of me, it looked like I was speaking a different language. And that is the point of golf that makes everybody, I think, go inside and just ask so many questions of themselves.
Of course.
You question everything when it goes wrong. Like everything.
The best part is when you play. I played all these other athletes from all these other sports. I'm talking incredible looking thoroughbreds, fucking kind of guys. You know, perfect shape, fucking that. I'm like, and they get so pissed. They're like, the fucking ball is just sitting there. It's just sitting there, waiting to be hit, and they can't hit it where they go. And they get so pissed. They're like, how hard can it be? You know, the ball's just sitting there. It's not being thrown at me. I got no one tackling me. I got no one fucking coming after me. All I can do is hit down the fairway, and they can't do it. It drives them crazy.
Dude, it's infuriating. Like, look, I got this from Kiz on Friday night. Just this text from Kiz, and it's like,
sure that's not fucking Siwoo's?
That's right. Kiz, like, it's such a cool, calm customer out there. It doesn't seem like, and he's just going back to the truck and just breaking his putter in half, and it's just so like we all think like when you hit one so bad, and you're just like, how did that just happen? How can you be that bad? You just say that to yourself. Like, how is it possible that you can be that bad?
Fucking, what was the fuck? When the fuck did I make 7 on that 18th hole at San Antonio? Is that 2 years ago? 18. See? No, it's right away. The fucking cloud. My human cloud. I've got 2018. I'm fucking on the tee at San Antonio, 18. It's a par 5. Thinking about making 4, right? Moving up. Make 7. Fucking 7. It happened so fast. Missed the cup I won. Go get my shit in the hotel. Get on the fucking Southwest. Back of the plane. And I'm sitting there thinking, going, what the fuck just happened? Like 3 hours ago, I was doing nice. I was fucking nice like 3 hours ago. Here I am sitting in the goddamn back of the bus, Southwest, paid for overweight fucking bags, get a pack of peanuts and a shitty water, and I'm going home. And you just like sit there going, the golfer has so much time to think about like what's going on. Because you play for what, 4.5 hours. So you have the rest of the day and the rest of the time to figure out how you fucked it up. And it's like you do everything you can to do it. And I'm telling you, man, after this long of doing it, it's like, I don't know. It's incredible. It's fun, but the glory of what everybody thinks it is, this glorious, fucking incredible type of deal. When you grind it out your ass and barely made the cut and grind it out and you fucking finish 50th, it ain't that glorious. Now everyone sees like Hideki winning the trophy or, DJ winning the Masters and the FedEx Cup. It's fucking great, but that doesn't happen to everybody. You're like, oh my God, look how easy golf is. Well, it ain't easy. It's not easy.
You got to sit back with a bottle of red every once in a while. Not dive
once in a while. How about every day?
Everything.
Now it's every day.
It's got to be the hardest sport in all sports to make money at, right?
Well, yeah, because you have. Don't get me wrong. You get some sponsorship and shit like that, but it ain't like fucking Kyrie Irving making $440,000 a night. To play basketball,
where he doesn't have to perform from.
He doesn't have to fucking do anything. He's got he's got 11 other guys that will help him out if he's off, or whatever it is. Don't get me wrong, phenomenal player. I'm just using him as an example.
No, but his salary's like guaranteed too. It's like he doesn't.
It's 100%.
If he goes out there and has a shitty night, that doesn't change anything. If you go out and have a shitty round, like you don't make anything.
No, we're the only sport where you can literally go from making a dime and then all of a sudden you 3-putt the last hole, you missed the fucking cut, and you're out money now. It's. If you knew you're going to finish, if money didn't matter, let's say golf played and there was no money that mattered, you would see a lot different shit going on the course. You'd see way more risk than reward. Right. A guy goes out and he shoots fucking 3 for 40. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, Kevin Durant, he's money. We know that, but those guys don't look at it in the form of money wise. They've already been paid. I mean, fucking Giannis, what he signed? Right. 5 years, 240 or something. Fuck me. What are you going to worry about? There's nothing to worry about. Now you just fucking shoot and it don't matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
You just shoot.
You see it in football all the time. The last game of the season, guys need to hit their thresholds of touchdowns. Yeah. Tom Brady will just be feeding like Mike Evans like 5 touchdowns so he can get that crazy $10 million bonus. It's like, all right, well, if that's golf, right? Like, you need to perform that day to make that money every single day. So I commend you guys for being able to make a fucking career out of it because like at some point you are the best at your sport, just like the other guys. They just happen to be in a sport in which once you get there, they get guaranteed salaries. You guys get there, and now, like you're saying, you could play every week in week out and owe money. That's like no one can even like comprehend that.
No, I mean it's once you get to the team sports, you're having a guy believe in you, and once he believes in you, he's going to pay your ass, right? Like I'm not going to name him. We have a guy at Silverleaf that played at ASU, and he's a friend of mine, and he got signed by a team, and this fucking guy has made more than my career money, and he's played like 12 games. Right. And he got signed for this massive contract. And he's like 28 now. He's out of the game, and he's made a fortune because somebody believed that he can do it. And it's like, fuck, I've been doing this shit 20 years, and I've made every dime on my own. Not that anybody believed it or not. I had to hit every fucking shot to do it. That's why I love golf. It's such an honest living. Like Tiger made every fucking dime and actually was underpaid. The guy should be worth $5 billion for what he did for the fucking game. He really should be. He really should be. He should be fucking worth $5-10 billion for what he did. But and that's the thing. If he would have been in any other sport, he would have signed contracts, became fucking popular. Don't get me wrong. He was making 125 anyway a year. He was the highest guy, but if it was another sport, he'd be making fucking 250, 500 a year, which he would have deserved every penny of it because, other than like a Jordan or him or a Gretzky, there's not many names to go past that where a guy has done what the fuck he's done for a sport. I mean, really. And unfortunately,
there's like no sport where you couldn't very easily lose money at pretty close to the highest level, right? Like,
nobody's out of pocket.
Legit. Yeah. Right, but you can go like weeks where you rent the house, you travel there, you pay your caddy, you pay your team, and you could lose tens of thousands of dollars over a couple months.
I had a friend of mine. When the hell did that guy get his card? Marjories. Like 10 years ago. This fucking kid, he was okay. He was, I got to know him a little bit. This kid got his card, was so excited, got through Q school, the whole thing. This fucker made $22,000 that year. Oof. The whole year.
Yeah.
He's fucking out. He got $100,000. What other major sport? We got NASCAR, NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and us. So you got 6 major sports. Nobody's fucking out of money in those other sports. Nobody. You think fucking Denny Hamlin's out of money if he doesn't finish the race? It's not like he owes the owner fucking $200,000 for the car, or anything like that. It's like, it's hard, man. It is a stressful, long life, but I commend every golfer that does well because they earn every fucking penny of it, and that says something. They earn every penny. You get these, I think Pujols is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but is he worth fucking $25 million this year? Probably not.
They throw money at guys.
They throw
like 10-year deal. Legacy contracts. It's just
it's a
like
10-year deal for $250. That'd be like throwing fucking Jack Nicklaus, $35 million this year because of the shit he won back in the 80s. I mean, Jack he's arguably the best. It is what it is, but these guys fucking pay these guys. I mean, this Stanton, 13-year contracts. I mean, how the hell do you know what a guy's going to do 13 years from the day he fucking signs?
Islanders signed. That's one of my worst contracts of all time. We signed a goalie to a 15-year deal, Ricky Pietro. He played like, I don't know, 60 games of a 15-year deal, never played again. His hips were done. His knees were done. It was over. They had to buy him out. They're still paying him to this day.
Yeah, I don't understand how these owners in these leagues, I don't know how the hell they can – I don't know how they pull it off. If you had to redo team player contracts every year, you'd see a hell of a lot different playing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
A lot different, We get hurt, we're fucking out. We get a disability thing from the tour for $10,000 a month. These guys, they get fucking hurt. They're still making their, A-Rod was making $2.2 million a month.
Oh, it's crazy.
Baseball is the crazy one. Baseball is the crazy one because as soon as you sign as a baseball player, it's yours. It's all guaranteed money.
I would go break my leg and go fucking hang on the beach for a couple years.
Right.
Now, I'm sure there's people listening being like, well, there's like 5 levels of minor league baseball, and it's an absolute grind. Guys are in buses, but also that's the Corn Ferry Tour. Like, we're talking about the highest level. Pat Perez is one of the best golfers in the world, and he's talking about these struggles that guys go through on his level. That's not even comparable. The only thing I could say is maybe comparable, but not even, is like a practice squad guy in the NFL, where like day in and day out their bodies are getting absolutely fucking brutalized, and then one day they can just get dropped. And like all their money's gone. It's not guaranteed in the NFL. So like you twist a fucking ankle. You just bought this house last year. You're done. You're done, pal. You're back living with your parents. Like 1 year you're doing this, the next year you're fucking fixing cars. That's the only thing I would say is somewhat comparable. Is like an injury on like a low level NFL player, but still it's a low level.
Yeah, the NFL is literally like, what have you done for me lately? That's it.
Right.
It's amazing. That's the other thing that sucks about a team sport like that is that you can't actually get cut. We can't get cut until we've actually played the entire season. We have the ability to at least go the whole season and actually give it our best. And if you don't make it, you don't make it. But you can't get cut like in October going, yeah, man, you shot fucking 80 last week. Fuck off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's how it goes.
We have our own landing page as TaylorMade Athletes, ladies and gentlemen, folks, gentlemen, ladies. You can go to barstoolsports.com/TaylorMade, and you can check out what we got. You can check out the Sim 2 family. Thing is a weapon. Many comments. I tried to do the Hideki pause yesterday on my little daily 9 action, and the sound that comes off that driver, whether you hit it like I hit it, whether you hit it like Rory McIlroy hits it, whether you hit it like DJ hits it, it just sounds awesome. The Sim 2 sounds like you hit the best drive you've ever hit every single time that you hit it.
They're incredible.
You know what's also exciting is that people keep sending us pictures. They're getting their irons, they're getting their woods, they're getting all these things, and I'm just excited for them to know what the feeling is like. When we get pictures, it feels like daily of people being like, my clubs are finally here, and then I want to hear what they say afterwards because I know that they're just going to have the best day on a golf course that they've ever had.
Yeah, that's just it's something that you're not used to in golf, where like you feel like the clubs are doing the work for you. And I just had a buddy who just got new TaylorMades. He just played golf today, and he texted me. He's like, man, like I gave him a little tip because I'm able to give tips like with my game, but I'm like, dude, you just swing way too hard, like, which is probably one of my things too. But I'm like, dude, these clubs will do the work for you. And he said today he shot like an 81, won the match that he was playing against, and like said he's never swung slower and never seen the ball go more crisp, more crisp, and just like perfect ball flight, perfect feeling. He's like, this is what real clubs feel like. Like he came from like these like blades or whatever. Now he's just got a club that does the work for him, and it's pretty remarkable to watch guys who love golf, know how to play golf, play a lot of it, see the difference in TaylorMade, because it's not just an ad read anymore. It's like real life shit. Like we're actually experiencing it.
Well, the sound thing is nuts. They have I've said this before. The fact that they have 11 sound engineers listening to balls hit golf clubs all day is mind blowing. If you're on like focus on details, like that's insane. But I will say, when I was first using it, and when you caught the driver square and like between the screws, because there's like these little faint blue kind of screws that go back into the face or whatever, and when you catch it pure right in there, it just pops and it makes a noise of like, yeah, I hit that well. Like the group knows, which is very, very fun.
The Sim 2 family is phenomenal. The irons are phenomenal. P7070s, P790s. Their high toe wedges are really sweet. The Spider putter, I'm seeing people now that they're never going to 3-putt ever again. You can't miss a putt inside of like 6-8 feet with the Spider. It's pretty much impossible unless you're Lurch, which is a whole nother issue. But anyways, the TaylorMade, you go to barstoolsports.com/TaylorMade. Check out our landing page. Get yourself involved. Become a TaylorMade athlete. What at what point in tournaments do you start thinking about the money? Right, like obviously every time you tee it up, you want to win, and you've won 3 times. But like there's got to be a point in the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is, when you're like, all right, Pat, let's make some fucking coin here.
Well, it's definitely Saturday morning, like before I tee off. It's not really the money. It's like, let's get fucking as far up the board as we can. The only real tournament that I've ever kind of thought about not fucking up the money was at Pebble a couple years ago. Like, I couldn't win the tournament. I've never really hit a good shot off 18, in the past. So I hit a fucking iron off the tee. We were winning. It was a year me and my partner won in 15. And the wind was in. I couldn't get there anyway, so I hit an iron off the tee, and then I hit another iron down there. I tried to make 4. I had a little 9 iron. I was going to try to make 4 and kind of move up maybe the third. But if I made bogey, it was going to cost me fucking, 100 plus or whatever. And so my partner, he didn't really understand. I was like, why the hell did you hit 3 iron off the tee? I go, well, I know you spend $100,000 every time you fly, but that's not, for me, it's a lot of money. I couldn't win the tournament. I couldn't get there in 2, so it wasn't worth the gamble of even hitting driver, hitting in the shit over there, making fucking 7, and costing myself $150,000.
Right.
So I tried to go the old-fashioned way. He's like, oh, yeah, I get that. I get that.
I was wondering if he was like, you should have told me. I would have just floated you the $100,000 and we would have been fine. I wanted to see you go for it.
No, he could fucking drop $100,000 every 4 seconds, not even blink an eye at it. That's what
I love that because we on Twitter will be like, that putt just cost that guy $80,000,
yeah.
$250,000 when it gets late. And so for you, like genuinely playing to a degree of like, all right, this is just smart right here. This is money is our system. That's how we keep scoring like life. It's like money. Yeah. You got to have money.
But it's not all the time because like Tommy Armour told me 20 years ago, and it's the fucking truest statement of any argument that anyone fucking talks about of what it cost him, right? It didn't cost him shit. They don't fucking pay you until you're done. Okay? So the fact that the guy bogeyed the last hole, it didn't cost him shit. The triple that he made on fucking 6 on Friday cost him more than it cost the last hole on Sunday. They don't pay you till the end. So, and that is the truest thing that's ever been. Lee Jansen told me in 2002, he said, you are going to leave way more money on the course than you're ever going to make. Oh. He goes, everybody is going to fuck up and cost themselves this and this and this and this and this. Everybody's going to have that $100 million a year or $100 million fucking career, but they only made this. So, and it's true, it's true. But, Tommy said they don't pay you till the end. It didn't cost you shit. It's not like they gave you $350,000 on the 18th tee and said, well, if you make fucking these numbers, this is what you're going to do, So, I kind of look at it that way. I look at it, well, fuck, I could, if I make birdie, I could make another, or if I make, whatever, but I don't really look at it because you're always trying to do your best. And I always look back and go, well, fuck, I 3-putted 14 from 5 feet, that cost me more than anything. Those are shots I can't get back, so that cost me. But everybody does. It's like Xander said, what if you didn't hit in the water on 16? Well, I did. Fucking did hit on 16. I hit in the water. So It is what it is. They all count. Every fucking shot counts. The first drive on Thursday counts. The last putt on Sunday. So, and there's OBs and there's water hazards and all kinds of shit that go on that if nobody had them, everybody would be tied at like 45 under.
We talk about making the broadcast a better experience. I mean, the fact that they wait until 3 o'clock to show it on national TV.
It's embarrassing. I hate to say anything bad about Augusta, but it's so fucking bad they wait till 3 o'clock.
Infuriating.
It's an absolute fucking joke. But like we always say, getting the payouts on screen would be really fun for the viewer. Like,
I mean, thankfully ESPN does it. ESPN does a nice job of that. They put them out pretty fast, but I don't know why the fuck they wait till 3 o'clock. I mean, you have so many groups that are done.
And the leaders teed off before, right? The leaders teed off before the fucking broadcast started.
240 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
Unless they're making more money off the app than they would off like national.
That's not true. That can't be true. That just
the app is free.
I know.
The app is free.
Yeah, the app's free. I don't know that they're making like anything.
They're not making shit. I saw.
They don't even have ads on there.
Did you guys see that guy on Instagram the other day that was talking about why CBS does the coverage for free when they could make like CBS should be making like $200 million off the thing, and they're making nothing. But they'd rather do it for free than not have the coverage at all, because they've only got those 3 sponsors. It's the same 3 sponsors all the time: Mercedes, AT&T. What the fuck's the other one? IBM. IBM. Those 3 pay, but CBS gets none of it. Augusta's got it. They've got the whole thing covered. CBS does it for free. That's unbelievable. And the app is free. But it sucks that you can watch these guys tee off. Like, fuck, these guys teed off at, what, 5:40 or something like that, my time, or our time in Arizona. And you can watch it all day. But you got to wait. Yeah. East Coast, you got to wait till 3 o'clock. It's unbelievable.
It's insane.
Yeah, and, I mean, you can get, obviously, people, the app, they've done a great job with the app. But, like, when we were, we were betting on it, right? And we're betting on, like, a fairway hit or not. And you, like, can't watch the guy in real time. You got to wait till you get lucky and he funnels through your My Group app or whatever. It's like, put the coverage on. It's crazy.
Of any tournament in the world, that coverage almost show every shot. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is the greatest tournament on the planet. Everybody knows that. Everybody is more excited about that tournament than anything times a million. Why in the hell? Thankfully, on the West Coast, it comes out at noon. I only have to wait a little bit to come on, but for everybody else, like, what the fuck did you tell 3 o'clock?
Imagine if the Super Bowl, like the first quarter of the Super Bowl, just wasn't on TV. If you had to go to an app.
I can't figure it out. I cannot figure it out.
Dude, and everyone's waiting all day. Hideki, like, missed the fairway on his first tee shot. Yeah. Everyone's going crazy, and, like, most people didn't see that. Like, you don't know what's going on.
Right. I don't get it, man. I thought for sure it would change, like, soon, but it just has not fucking changed. I cannot figure out why it doesn't come on minimum 12 o'clock Eastern.
Just show the whole fucking thing. I don't care.
Just show the whole day. What's the difference? If CBS doing it for free anyway, right? Fucking say, you know what, CBS, we're gonna give you $50 million. Start it at fucking 9 Eastern. We don't need to see the first guys. Let's start 9 Eastern.
Pat, how's your game right now? You've been grinding to get ready for.
Bro, I've been grinding my
5 weeks in a row here.
I've been grinding my ass off. I haven't seen many, much results, but fuck, man, I've worked harder than ever. But you work, and hopefully you see something going. But it's not. I'm not playing well because of not working. But hey,
what is it like bringing it from like range to the?
No, fuck, I hit a lot. I hit a lot of good shots. I'm just literally not getting the ball in the hole as fast as I want to. I'm just kind of like, I'm hitting it nice. I'm just not fucking scoring for some reason. It's been a long time since I've been in this kind of funk where I thought I was playing well and just not playing well. This is the worst I've been on the FedEx in my life since it started in 07 at this point in time. I've never been this low ever. I've always had my card sewn up easily by now. At this point, I just don't have it yet. But
then you're due. It's time. Large numbers. You come right back.
You keep believing. You keep working, and hey man, it comes or it doesn't. So I mean, people's gone through dry spells before. I'm going through one now, but you keep believing, you keep doing, and you fucking keep grinding. That's all you can do.
All it takes is one, right?
That's it.
Who all is your team? You obviously got your caddy. Like who swing coaches? Like who?
The caddy and Drew.
Your team.
Drew Steckel and Mike Hartford, my boy from high school.
You go everywhere?
My caddy's been with me since 1990. He caddied for me, and he's caddied me just about every year since 1990 at some point or another. I used to work for him. I've got a stat that no one has out here. He owned a landscaping business in high school, and I used to work for him. I made $5 an hour. His hourly rate,
caddy.
Yeah, his hourly rate is much higher than mine. But
no one ever tried to poach him away from you?
He worked for Danny Lee for a minute. He couldn't get out of there fast enough, thank God. But when I had surgery, he worked. I told him, I said, "You got to go fucking work for him. I'm gonna be off for like 7 months." So he went to work for him. But most loyalist motherfucker there is.
That's
I do
awesome.
it. He's like family, obviously. But and that's kind of my crew. Drew's the same way. Ashley loves both of them, and we create a family atmosphere. We don't. They're not employees. They're not staff. They're not fucking. They're family, and we keep fucking grinding. That's what we do, and we're all in this together, and we all fucking succeed together, or we don't together. That's just the way it is. So,
who do you got for practice round tomorrow, Wednesday?
I got Pro-Am tomorrow.
Or I guess it's Pro-Am, yeah.
I got Pro-Am at 3:37 p.m. off number 10.
It feels late.
It's late. So we got 6 bottles of wine. We got some steaks marinated. We're going to do that shit. But yeah, fuck. What else is going on in the golf world? What have we covered?
We can ask you about the cat.
God damn it, motherfucker, man.
What do you think's going on? What do you think it looks? What does the future look like?
I don't think it looks good, unfortunately. It's fucking beyond sad, unfortunately. I don't know. He's had 3 single car accidents, and I don't know. Obviously, the toxicology report didn't come out. No blood was taken. They say it was whatever. I think he was asleep at the wheel, which is how the car got to 85 and got that far off the road. But I just hope it doesn't end that way. I can tell you that. I think it'd be the most tragic thing on the planet if that's the way that it actually ended for him. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know the severity of it, but I've heard it's a good year and a half before some type of normal can come out of what he's gone through. There's still surgeries available. There's still surgery that has to happen. We don't even know if the fucking back survived it or not. They keep talking about the ankle and the foot, but we don't know if the 5 back surgeries and the fused back made it through there or not. It's beyond horrible. I mean, it's just, you think about it. This guy's got the fucking world by the balls. He's Tiger. He's won everything. He's he's a fucking, and the fact that if this is the way it ended, would be just beyond brutal. Fucking beyond.
What a crazy! That was just like, that was such a gut punch that day when it was everybody's trying to figure out what happened and then what's it look like, what's the problem. It was just like unreal.
I got to text my banker. We were doing something. I told him I got to wire somebody. He goes, I hope your boy Tiger's okay. What the fuck are you talking about? Looking, I go, and then we were at lunch and I see it crash. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. God damn, are you fucking kidding me again? What? I looked at the car, it was like a fucking dropped off a goddamn airplane. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's, he didn't look good when the interview was Sunday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looked to me, he looked fucked up. Whatever it was. Yeah, he looked fucked up talking to Mans. And if he was, then why the fuck is his team letting him drive Monday morning? Why the fuck's he driving the car? And though, I have those kind of questions like, why are these guys not looking out for him? That's my concern. If he's on pain pills, that's one thing. Fine. If you have pain and he's prescribed them, whatever. It is what it is. Don't let the motherfucker get in a car.
Yeah.
Okay? If he has pain, I get it. If he, he's obviously had these surgeries, he's had pain, I get it. Don't let him fucking drive. Christ, he's already done it twice. Okay? I mean, so it's just sad. It's just sad overall because the guy, what he's gone through the last 11 years is unbelievable. I mean, the fucking lowest of lows to the ultimate fucking highs of winning Augusta, Tour Championship, coming back, winning the President's Cup as a captain. I mean, fuck, man, you can't. This guy's done enough shit for like 100 lives.
I know.
We're the same age. We're 45. This fucking guy's done shit for like 45 people.
And you've lived, by the way. It's not like you haven't lived.
I have not been shortchanged. Let me tell you, I have had nowhere near the success of the fucking, the kind of things that he's done. But I've had some fun. But goddamn, man, I mean, he's had enough excitement and danger and shit to go on for a lot of people. Let's put it that way.
He's just he's a headline guy, man. Too, because it's crazy.
We're like fanboys too, and like of Tiger, but you're a peer. You speak with him about you speak about him with like the utmost love and respect. The way you talk about the cat for everything, like financially he's done for the game, for you, but then also playing against him and just the respect you have of like his talent level. I always love hearing your perspective.
It's a joke. No, it's a fucking joke. There's nothing, I always love to say, people say, who's the next one? I go, there is no fucking next one.
Yeah.
There is no next one. You're like, there is no next one. And there just isn't. There's a lot of great talent on tour. We have a lot of great kids, a lot of fucking this and that, but you will never, when we die, we will not have seen another one of that go through this game. I can promise you that right now.
Matt, what's your shoe lineup look like for this week?
I'm a little low this week.
What?
I got the 5s this week.
Here we go.
He's got them all lined up. Oh, literally has them all
right by
lined
the fireplace.
Oh, they're clean and they're fucking ready to go, baby. So we got the we got the blue 5, the Olympic 5. We got the white, fucking black.
I will say your video accuracy is pretty weak here.
Yeah, where are we at?
There
here?
we go.
There you go. Now you nailed it. That's perfect.
What'd you think? What'd you think of what Bubba was wearing at Augusta?
I got no comments.
Okay.
I can't comment.
Okay.
I got those coming.
Okay.
I got those coming. Yeah, Bubba got signed by Jordan. He's the same size as Michael, so hey, it's not a bad sign. The guy's won 2 majors. I mean, Bubba's had a great career.
You don't seem thrilled about it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring up a touchy subject.
It's not that I'm not thrilled. It's just no. I mean, it's.
I mean, I get it. That's your fucking. That's like his. That's his Pat Perez's brand, man. He's the Jordan guy on tour. Like that is. So like I could.
It's
see
my
that
territory.
Completely. That is your territory. Like you're allowed to say that.
It's my
it's like if someone just fucking showed up in red on Sunday. That's your fucking thing.
And just to be clear, you're very much more a Jordan guy. Like
that's without question. Well, I'm also the age of it too. By the way, I'm not wearing that fucking red on Sunday anymore. I wore red on Sunday for Tiger 3 fucking weekends in a row. On Sunday in a row, and I shot over par every fucking time.
Fuck.
You gotta do you. Can't be Tiger.
I did it for him, and I'm like, I'm waiting for some of this fucking mojo to show up. Like, where's my chip in? Where's my fucking bounce that goes the right way? And this nothing came. So,
where's my chip in?
Sorry, Tiger. No more red on Sunday.
I think I saw someone tweet, it may have been Pat McAfee or someone, but they were like, how the hell do these guys make these Jordans comfortable for golf? And it is true, like, when you wear a brand new pair of Jordans, like, they're super fucking stiff and, like, you got to kind of work them in. Like, how the hell do you just put on a new pair and go play professional golf?
Oh, they're comfy, baby. You
don't do anything? You don't do anything? Like, you don't change your soles?
If that thing gave me fucking 20 blisters a day, it's going on my foot. That brand and that fucking, there's no way. Bro, by the way, when you guys do come, when you see the new room, and when you see it all fucking done up, it is fucking sick.
The sneaker room?
The sneaker room is done. The Jordan, the fucking big Jordan on the floor is done. The shoes are getting ready to go in. It's but that's the thing. There's very few. There's no real Jordan guys out here. There's none of the collectors. There's no one that knows what the fuck's going on. There's no one. It's just like I've told you before. Tiger is the golf icon and the idol for a lot of people. He's just not my fucking sports idol. He's just not. I mean, MJ is. And the fact that I get to put that goddamn shoe on every day it's incredible. I mean, it's just incredible. I still can't believe that this old fat fuck, at 45 gets to fucking wear these things and get sponsored by this company. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
It's awesome.
And look what I'm drinking tonight.
Oh,
there you go.
Just always on brand.
So good.
This Jordan Winery is one of my favorites. I drink it all the time. They're it's a phenomenal winery. They actually, I put out a post at when the Last Dance started, and they sent me a double magnum of the 09 Jordan that's when I won the Hope. They sent me a fucking big deal. And anytime you want to come out to that, it's a phenomenal winery.
Awesome. That's sick. Wow.
What else you got? Fuck, you got all kinds of conspiracies and shit going on out there.
Like what? QAnon? I just watched that fucking documentary. That shit was crazy.
I watched that Seaspiracies. Did you see that on Netflix?
No.
About the fish, killing the fish and the swordfish and the sharks and all that shit.
What?
Don't eat fish anymore.
Don't eat
What
fish
do you mean?
anymore?
Don't eat fish.
Don't eat fish.
No.
I'm having fish. I'm having fucking fish tonight.
Don't do that to me. I love fish.
No, don't eat fish. We're doing steaks.
Damn.
What the fuck else was there? Was something I went. What the hell was the other big thing that went on? It's been so long with you guys. I can't remember. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do it again soon.
They found that fucking particle that they didn't know. Did you see that one? The New York Times. I was going a little crazy about that. They found some particle that they don't understand where it came from or what's maneuvering it. They just can't answer it. It's like in some lab. And they're like, it's reacting to something. Dude, this is what I'm trying to explain. Like, Dude, when we watch these fucking alien movies, there's always like this, an alert. Like, hey, the world's under attack. I'm letting people know. They're telling us right now that shit's going on and we're not paying attention to it. That's the alert.
No.
Hey, we got this fucking particle bouncing around some room. We have no idea why. We have no idea what the fuck's changing it. Hey, you do what you want with that information. We've told you. This place is going down soon. I'm telling you. You heard it here first in the podcast.
You need to get the fuck out of that state. What you need to do. Like everybody else is getting the fuck out of there.
True.
So when are we gonna put this fucking deal together?
Oh.
It might be hot. You're gonna have to get out of there. You have to come to Scottsdale. It's gonna be hot, but
120 on the pavement. No,
it won't be that hot. It'll be warm. It'll be warm.
Got to play at
tactics,
6 a.m.
It's one of my tactics. No, we're playing late when it's fucking hot.
You're gonna lose Lurch and Trent, and probably myself.
That's fine.
Develop
that's fine. That's also fine.
You're coming in from a gamer's lens. You're out.
Don't forget. Then we got fucking booze, and we got pool, and we got food at the house after that.
Well, that part I'm fine with.
Yeah, I mean, that tequila, I'll tell you what, is nice.
What's that tequila called again?
Sincoro, Jordan's tequila. Fucking unbelievable. I've been drinking that shit by the case. I've been drinking that shit by the case, baby, by the case. So we got to put that shit in motion. We got to get it. We got to get it together out there.
We'll get a rematch. You earned a rematch.
Love to see you guys together. Love to see you guys again. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get back to the house, have a little dinner.
Fucking A.
No fish, just steak.
No, there's no fish. No, that fish is out. Fish is out.
Shit. Oh man. Well, good luck this week, man, bro. I'm rooting for you.
All right, bro. I appreciate it. We'll see what the fuck happens. We get some shit together going. So
you're the man, Pat. We appreciate it. Good luck this week.
All right, boys. Riggs, well, you gonna be in town most of the time?
Yeah, I think I'm just staying here. This place is heaven. You know that.
You know I know that. I'll be back in about 4.5 weeks, so let's get together that week and see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, you got 5 straight here, right?
I got 5. Hopefully getting the PJ. If not, then I'll be home that week, and then Colonial, Memorial, and that new that's Sea Island, but it's like somewhere down there. That Congaree.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be unbelievable, that place.
Yeah, South Carolina, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be unbelievable.
By the way, have you done the Grove, Jordan's place?
You know, I've been trying to get there for 10 times. I keep fucking it up. Like I birdied the last hole at Bay Hill. So actually I was first alternate and I got in the damn tournament, so that fucked up that plan. Then I made that 20-footer on the last hole, made the cut, so I didn't get to go. And then Honda, I was going to go up there and I fucking eagled the last hole. Fucked that weekend up, so I had to play there. And then now my boy that owns Silverleaf is gonna pick us up, me and Kokrak up. We were gonna go and play with MJ on Monday of Tampa, and MJ's got his fishing tournament, so he's not going to be there, so we're not going to go. So I don't know. I think there's something about that place that maybe I shouldn't go, because every time I try to go, there's like something happens.
Yeah, the universe is trying to tell you to stay away from
science from above.
It's that fucking particle, man. That's funny that you say you fucked it up, because like we were talking like hanging around for the weekends. We were talking about like DJ this weekend or at Masters, like, what the fuck is that guy doing on Saturday and Sunday, like just waiting around to give that jacket up? We were talking about, does he fly home, like PJ home and PJ back?
No, he probably some booze, you know, hanging out. I mean, it's got to fucking suck for the defending champion. It's got to sit there and suck on in that town, you know,
right,
and wait for the goddamn next guy to put the jacket on and act like he's fucking happy and all that shit. I mean, it's got to suck. I mean, DJ's fucking awesome. I mean, he's so good, man. That he's fucking good. There's a lot of good ones out here now.
Did you see the video we put up with him when he hit it? He fucking beat us all lefty on that par 5.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
He is, yeah, it's upsetting for us, but he is so fucking good lefty.
Well, he's good doing anything. I mean, a guy can play football, basketball, I mean, volleyball, fucking curling, you name it. The guy can do it all.
What was the number of the debate? Could he break like 90 or something? What were we debating? Like after
90 left-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
100%.
I said he was going to be like a 5-6 handicap if he played lefty. I mean, the way he hit it, the pitching wedge he hit, that's as good as a ball.
I've seen him hit driver. It's fucking unbelievable. He breaks 90 without a sweat. Left-handed.
He's a freak. He's an absolute freak.
He is an athletic freak.
Right, he's a specimen. Yeah, it's
he's
incredible.
He just has it. Some guys have it, you know. I don't have it.
right before we played him, he took like 3 or 4 like balls, dropped them on the ground, grabbed maybe Frankie's lefty club, and then just ripped and pured 4 or 5 pitching wedges over the trees. And it was like if you gave him a club that was the size of a quarter, like that's where the impact was coming every time. It was just insane.
Frankie, how's that chipping coming along, by the way?
It's
never good.
Not good. Some of the worst chipping I ever did came in front of Butch Harmon. We have a video coming out.
Oh,
God. We were in fucking Vegas, and
he'll wear your ass out too.
Oh my God! It was he just couldn't comprehend. He couldn't fucking comprehend why I couldn't do it.
I love Butch. Butch is so fucking. He is so fucking old school and awesome. I mean, I love talking to him and hanging out with him. He's the fucking best.
Dude, we sat in his office and interviewed him for an hour and a half. We could have sat there for 3 days.
You could sit there for a month. Yeah,
right.
I love talking to him. He is his knowledge and his fucking stories and all his shit. He is fucking awesome. He's one of the last like old school kind of guys that still has that old school mentality. I fucking love talking to him. Every time I see him, I make sure I go over and say, "What's up?"
Yeah, he's a pleasure.
He's the best.
We were lucky to spend some time with him.
He was showing us like videos of Tiger when he was like, what was it, like 18 years old?
18, 19, yeah. Yeah, at Stanford, fuck me.
Dude, and then he was showing us the difference between Tiger, when he's 18 and then Tiger when he was like 22 and decided to change his swing like after winning the Masters in 97.
Yeah.
And like even we could just see the differences and he was so jacked up about it. It was cool, man. Really cool.
Man, that motherfucker worked hard. I mean, Tiger put in hours you can't even log. To do what he's done, to do what he did before he was like, 34, really, just unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable. I wish I had that work ethic. I don't have it anymore. But
the club was turning over when he was 18, and he was like, we worked on he actually made Tiger's swing look bad when he compared it to how good and perfect it ended up being.
Yeah.
Like we all collectively went, whoa, when we saw the 18-year-old swing.
I literally put Tiger up with anybody that's ever fucking touched the club in their life, swing wise. It's the most perfect, it's just the most perfect, unbelievable thing I've ever seen swing wise. I don't even watch mine because it's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Watching his is so picture perfect in every single way possible. God damn, I hope that fucker can at least play again one day.
Yep.
Hopefully we can play the Champ Tour together. That'd be amazing. We get our cards together,
You think Tiger would ever play in the Champions Tour prior to what happened and when Tiger was on his trajectory to keep going?
He told me that he was going to only play the U.S. Senior Open because he wanted all the trophies.
Whoa!
If he won, then he would have them all, and nobody had them all. He wanted every USGA trophy. So he said he would actually think about playing 50, 51 to do it. But who knows? If some miracle comes around where he can actually play, let's say at 47, the fucking tour is going to give him a cart. I mean, Christ, I'd drive it for him. Anybody would drive it for him. He's getting a fucking cart. Let's put it that way. So that's best case scenario. I think, I just hope he can like walk normal, do shit with his kids, live a fucking normal life for the rest of his time and go down that route because that would be. I think that's actually best case scenario. I don't think he fucking cares really about the golf. He may a little bit, right? Not right now, but he may. But best case scenario is he can walk his daughter down the aisle. These kind of things, that a lot of people do in life, and I think that's where he's kind of. I haven't talked to him, but if I was him, I'd be fucking worried about those kind of things. What is actually going to come out of this in a year from now?
Yeah,
because that's about how long it's going to take.
Right.
It's just unfortunate, man. It really sucks. It's fucking really unfortunate. I hope to God it doesn't go down that way because what he's done for people in life in general. I mean, there's no way that the world works like that. It should not
be back, man. I think he's going to be back.
Yeah, me
too. So.
I got a lot of good vibes going.
I hope.
Sending them all that way.
Everybody's got that vibe.
We always compare this guy to other people in scenarios that are similar to what he's in, but we forget that he's Tiger Woods. And, that page has not been written yet. You can't compare what he does. When he came back to win the Masters, it was impossible until Tiger did that. So, everything at his age, all the stuff that he's gone through cannot be compared to anything else. He's writing the book.
He is writing the book. And that book is unbelievable because, like I said, he's done shit that, would equal like 45 lives. You know, I mean, he's done shit, the ups and downs and things he's been through. Fuck, man. The fact he's only 45, I mean, it's amazing. If he was like 300, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. But 45, you're like, God damn.
I know. It is amazing.
The ups and downs and the fucking highs and the lows, like, fuck, man. Couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. But, you know, hopefully it comes out of it. Hopefully everything goes well. And fuck, that's all you can do. You know, that's all you can do. You just hope.
Well, let's have a big stretch here, Pat. Let's have a big 4 or 5 weeks. Let's fucking go low. Let's get the ball in the hole. Let's do it.
Exactly. I need a big one. Appreciate you boys again. We're gonna get that match going. We're gonna call it the heat stroke.
That's effed up, man. That is no good. I gotta train for this thing. I gotta take runs and get in some semblance of shape here. If I'm gonna
do some fucking jumping jacks in the sauna and shit like that. You know, so you get ready. But it's gonna be we'll call it the heat stroke.
I love that.
Amazing.
That's a good one.
Amazing.
All right, boys.
All right, Pat.
I appreciate
good luck
it
this
again.
week.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.
See you,
Say
boys.
hi to the squad for
Good
us.
luck.
See you, man.
Thanks, boys. See you again.